The asteroid's going to hit us in a couple years, but
Hey, I saw a thing today about that.
we're up at like 3.5%, something like
3.1 I
that.
saw last.
3.1.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
Well, it's not great, but at the same time, it's not a global killer, so we got that going for us.
Panic.
From in what 3 to 4 years? When was it? 20. Maybe it'd have been longer than that. Was it
2032, I think.
2032? So we got some time.
Well, we also have defenses. Did you know this? There are things we can do.
Space Force?
Well, this one isn't that big. Like this is
That's
like
what she said.
well, like when the one that comes and it's like the size of a state, that's a global killer and your ass is cooked. This thing, what they say was it 100? It's like 100
Space Force
football field, something like that.
Dusty, I heard Dusty say today at the end of Danny and Dusty that it is at the impact would be 500 times the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, well,
So if it kind of lands in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
there's not going to be mass casualty. But if it hits a densely populated area,
It's
real bad.
not good.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
3%. Like
Well, it's like
we shoot some nukes at it. What are we doing?
I mean, our only defense.
Bruce
well,
Willis.
actually, we do have a bunch of defenses, but with the meteor, I thought that really our only defense was hope.
Yeah, pray to God.
Well, I don't pray.
What
So
about Tom
to me, it would
Cruise?
be just hope.
We can chant. I
So
don't
just
know.
thoughts without the prayers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just hope. I just think
hope's a-
positively.
Hope's a hell of a thing, right?
Hopefully, a meteor doesn't kill me.
I
Okay.
like where you're going with that.
Well, in the U.S., we have a lot of different things we can do. One, they said we can smash a spacecraft into it. That has been done before.
Really?
Yes.
That seems like that wouldn't be very effective with something hurtling towards us, but
Well, they say it can be, but you have to be careful with it because if you don't, it can just shoot other particles,
then we
it can
just-
break it up and then there are other pieces coming
you
at us.
turn one big death object
Yeah.
into like 40 death objects coming your way.
But they said in 2022, NASA did this. They deliberately smashed a spacecraft into a 160-meter wide Dimorphos asteroid, successfully altering its orbit around a larger space rock.
Oh, and it worked.
I don't know why they had to do that, but
Oh. Maybe I'm guessing you want to test that out. I'm willing to wager that the last thing you want to do is when the death meteor is coming towards us, be like, "Hey, we got something that we think it may work. We've never done it before, but let's see what the hell happens here." I think you want to test that out a little bit. It's insane. Anywho,
we can tractor ion beam paint it.
What? Is that a sentence? We can tractor ion beam paint? Those are just words.
Are we bleaching viruses again? What are we doing?
I get your confusion.
That didn't make any
I'm
sense to me.
confused.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just reading it. So it says a separate idea called a gravity tractor involves a large spacecraft flying up near the asteroid and without touching it, using its gravitational pull to tug it away from the Earth. Now, this seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I like where we're going
pretty
with
good
that.
idea.
Yeah.
Another non-contact plan would be put a spacecraft near the asteroid armed with thrusters that would exert a constant stream of ions to shove the asteroid off course. And that makes total sense to smart people.
Yeah.
But not
It's a
dumb
real
ones.
Wile E. Coyote sort of situation there. I like where we're going with that.
Scientists have also considered spray painting one side of the asteroid white, increasing its reflectiveness so it slowly changes trajectory. How about
right
that?
the hell out of town.
You want to go up there and spray paint an asteroid?
Look, we've talked about the whites are on a generational run. What if the whites once again save us by painting something white? Oh my goodness.
These subtler strategies,
That
they say.
can't be a thing. Really?
How do you even go about that?
This is Yahoo News.
That's
Well,
amazing.
You get a couple scaffolds.
I don't think that's how it works.
So if you just paint something white, it veers off
What kind of
course?
space vehicle goes up there and paints stuff?
Oh my God.
We could also blow it up. They say the nuclear option is we just blow it up.
I'm not gonna lie, that seems.
We could take a nuke at it, up there and.
Get Steve Buscemi, the rock hound.
I'm not here to judge or anyone's choices, but can we all admit, for better or worse, that our current administration, the only plan we have is to nuke that thing? I guarantee that if that thing was coming towards us and you laid out all of those plans, the one that would be chosen would be to fire a F ton of nukes at that thing. Guaranteed. And I'm not going to lie, I'd kind of like to see it.
I feel like that is like the first suggestion in that doesn't that still possibly hurdle things towards the Earth?
Probably, but
like a lot of more things.
I was elected to lead, not to read. Oh, Maybe I guess the idea is that if Bruce Willis has taught me anything, it's that if you break it up into enough small pieces, then they burn up entering the atmosphere.
They're also saying that a less dangerous, but along similar lines as the nuclear option, you can shoot laser beams from a spacecraft to vaporize the side of the asteroid, which pushes it away.
Sharks with freaking laser beam. This all sounds so absurd, and yet, like, one of these days we've talked about this, but dude, throughout the course of the planet, we get hit by S all the time. And some of it just like takes us back to the Stone Age. So eventually, someone on this planet is going to have to deal with the fact that there is a big death meteor coming towards us. And this one is small potatoes compared to like some of the other ones that have hit us over the millennia.
Yeah, this says 7.5 years, long time to prepare. But there's roughly 97% chance the asteroid will just miss us.
Yeah. I don't like that. The 3%, like if we were talking about this while you were gone, but if I told you were getting on an airplane or getting in a car and you had a 3 in 100 chance of dying, you wouldn't get on that airplane. You'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, it is weird, like because I saw something today about all the airline issues that we've had. If we all have a little trepidation about flying right now,
Yeah,
because of all the crap that's gone on.
Yeah.
I guess there was another plane collision today in small planes in Arizona.
Was there?
I saw that too.
It's like just another one.
Somebody died again.
Yeah, but it's true. Like if you put up the 3.1% chance of a meteor hitting Earth, which is the highest percentage chance ever.
Yeah.
But then I tell you that a person. So I saw this on the news today. They said if you have trepidation about flying, this may help you. A person would have to travel by air every day for 103,000 years to experience a fatal accident.
Yeah.
Those are your odds.
Yeah, you're fine.
So which, I mean, obviously, there's a clear choice there.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to be okay. But the meteor thing, 3%, that's no good. I told you I read a book once on Buzz Aldrin in the Apollo missions. And they did say, I want to say that statistically speaking, they said the space shuttle, and now we don't have one, but when we had the space shuttle program, I think they said statistically speaking, that thing was supposed to suffer a catastrophic failure every like 26 launches. And I'm like, you have got to be effing me. Those dudes strap their asses into something that they said statistically speaking, 1 out of every 20 something times, something should go wrong. And I'm like, which is more terrifying, the first time you go up in that thing or like the 8th time you go up in that thing?
Yeah, it feels like your odds get worse every single time you do a launch.
That's a good question. I think the first time would be pretty scary.
Yeah.
But then by the 8th time, you might be lulled to sleep like, hey, we've done set for 7.
Until in the back of your head, you're like, wait,
well,
I'm due for a bad one of these, aren't I?
Well, but I think I look at it the other way. I think if I'm up there, I'm going, well, wait a minute. The first 7 were fine, so I feel like we're on a good
This is
path
easy.
here.
We got it figured out now.
Yeah.
Dude. All I know is those dudes, those Apollo astronauts, those guys have the biggest balls of any human beings to ever live in our little society. That's balls of steel.